We often talk about what Romney did for the Utah Winter Games in 2002, and it's well documented.
Tonight, in his first one-on-one television interview since joining the Senate race, Romney opens up about what the Utah Games did for him as he returns to politics 6 years after losing his run for the White House. When you shake someone's hand in the diner and they look at you and say, "Are you crazy? You want to go do this again?" You tell them,
"Yes, I am crazy." It's something in my blood.
6 years after running for president, Mitt Romney is back in the game with a lot of the same concerns, including one country that's giving the current president fits.
Well, we got to crack down on Russia's interference in our election, and that's something which is unacceptable to us, and they have to recognize if they do that, there will be consequences. Vladimir Putin is not leading a wonderful campaign of goodness and light around the world.
do you worry that he might meddle in your election?
You know, I'm told that Russian bots are already putting out all sorts of material on the social media sites that are attacking me. I wouldn't be at all surprised that that's what they do.
Another long-standing issue, guns and school safety. President Trump this week's proposing federal bans on bump stocks.
And we're going to have to find common ground.
But Romney, a former governor, believes change can come quicker, closer to home.
Young people are thinking about this, talking about this. We're going to have to deal with it. We're going to have to take action.
A lot of interest groups like the NRA are in a lot of pockets. Are they in yours?
I'm not taking money from any of the PACs. I plan on receiving campaign contributions from individual citizens. Now, if I get attacked by one of these big national PACs, I'll have to, I'm sure, find some way to return fire. But I don't want to take any PAC money, and I'm not organizing at this stage any PAC. I hope I don't have to have any campaign PAC supporting my effort.
There are those here in Utah that hope or expect, if you win, that you'll go back to Washington and duke it out with President Trump. Will they be disappointed?
Well, President Trump and I agree on a whole host of issues. There have been occasions where he's said something or done something that I found troublesome, and I pointed that out.
One of those occasions was 2 years ago in Salt Lake City, when Romney declared candidate Trump a phony.
A business genius, he is not.
Is it a good thing to get President Trump's endorsement after the relationship you've had?
I think he respects people who speak their mind. He uses the term political correctness. There's if you will, party correctness, where you never can say anything negative about anyone in your own party. I don't subscribe to that either.
The last numbers I saw, you were ahead by 51 points. How hard is it to put a sincere campaign together in a state where you hardly have to campaign at all?
That's the high water mark. You know, after all the attacks will come, my guess is it'll get closer. No one wants to see someone just waltz in. They want to see that they're willing to work and listen.
Do you remember where you were the moment you got the phone call that the Salt Lake Games were in trouble?
I do remember where I was. I was at my desk in my office, and the call came from my wife. She said, Kim Gardner has called me and wants you to consider coming back to run the Olympics. And I said, well, that's ridiculous. Why in the world would I do that?
Right.
And why did he call you? And she said, he called me because he said he knew that if he talked to you, you'd just tell him no.
That decision has had so much to do with the rest of your life. You go back, you win later that same year, you win governor of Massachusetts, you run for president, you win the nomination. Here you are running for Senate. Had you said no to coming out here to Salt Lake,
none of that would have happened.
happened?
None of that would have happened. Because my life has taken such a different course than I would have ever imagined. And you're right, probably the critical moment was the decision to come back to Salt Lake City to be a member of the Olympic team and help host the games, and that changed my life for the better.